Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new painting tutorial, and this time I'm going to paint the Chosen, the Chaos Chosen Space Marines that come in the Dark Vengeance. This one, for example, I will do the tutorial on this one that we have. I will paint them all. There's another one. I will start with this one, and there is something special on the other ones. I just will explain the different techniques I will follow. As you can see, I just put them together to be prime, but I didn't glue the different parts in case I need to paint inside. So as you can see, I can detach the head. I did this in purpose because now I have very good access to these parts. So I will start painting first the middle parts, and once these parts are painted, I will be able to assemble them together again. I will glue them, and I will do the rest of the armor, like the hard parts. The same for the back part. I don't glue the back part neither. So I will first start detaching this and start painting the main body here. I know that some parts are going to be in this paint here, but you can see here there is. So I will first start painting like that. Okay, so I will keep these parts next to me. I do the same for all the others. So the back part, there is not any back part that is glued, and that one I don't think I need to unglue anything because I have good access to all the different parts. And as usual, I will start painting the base. You see that I did a base color of Earthshade on the base. And now what I'm going to do is some dry brush with browns. Here I will not go a lot into detail, just I will start doing first a dry brush using Morphan Rhinox. And for that I will use a very bad brush. I like to start with the base because in case I mess up, I don't care. So I can do the dry brush as I want. So I will start doing a dry brush on all the bases. I will do them all with Morphan brown. I always, as explained in a lot of other tutorials, I always start the base. It's the part that a lot of people is not doing on the miniatures. I think a miniature is not complete until the base is done, so why not to start with the part that sometimes is the less fancy part. I go for a very easy basis at this time. I will go for just bases with a little bit of beach sand, and now I'm just doing the dry brush with Morphan brown. So I will do that, and I will connect once. I will do this as the first layer. After being applied Morphan brown, I will now apply Valor brown. So I want to go for a yellowish sand color. Also a dry brush. As I said, I go for very simple bases in that case. So just with these two dry brushes, I will leave it for finish. You see, I do another one. I will keep doing all the others. So now that the bases are done, I will start painting the armor, and the first color I will apply is going to be Khorne Red. This is going to be the base color for all the armor, as my objective is to match what I did a while ago. So this is what I want to match, and this was the old version of the Khorne. I will try to do better some of the highlights and the metallics, but I need to make this unit to match this color scheme. As you can see, this is one of always the challenges when you are painting armies for a long time. This was some of my previous works for the Word Bearers. So this is just a troop, and this was one of my old chosen. As you can see, I use the Dark Angels modified with some Chaos beads. So I will follow the same color scheme for mine. I will use this dark red for the armor. I will use metallic for the trim of the armor, and then for the clothes I will use this type of bone color. So let's start now, and then we will start painting Khorne Red. I will give the dark red as a base. I like to paint the taillet. So what I will do is I will paint the armor plates, leaving the metallic trim without paint. So maybe it's slower, but I like to paint par by par. So I will paint all what is red now, but trying to avoid too dirt areas that will not have red. I know that some people, when it's applying the base color, you're applying all over the miniature. I like to be more precise. So I will start doing that. The mistake that you can do here is that you forgot a section or a part that will go red. So later on, if I forgot something, I will go to red later on. So as you can see, sorry if my voice is not sounding well. I have a little bit of throat irritation. So this is what I will do. Thin it down. Try to avoid that the brush strokes are visible. You can see I go. So not much to say here, just I will repeat what you see here. Here is not a mistake, is that this is there are some tubes here that are going into the armor. So these are how the tubes are attached to the armor, have this type of thing. Sorry. So for example, here at the back I will paint just the actual armor plate. Of course, if we make a mistake in that stage, it's nothing wrong. It's possible to make mistakes, but I like to take more time and go section by section. So let's see here, then I will do the next one. Okay, the same for the shoulder pad. So again, you get the concept here. I will be painting that. I will be back once I applied all the red. So now, as you can see, the red is applied to the miniature. So next step that I will do, I also applied the red here on the backpack. So this light is not the best one. Okay, and I paint the red on these parts. Right. So now the next step is going to be to paint the metallic trim of the armor. To do that, I will start with Leadbelcher. Leadbelcher. That is the darkest one from Games Workshop. And then Again, the only thing you have to do, this is one trick to when you do this type of armor. Put the brush flat and let it go flat. And that way you are using the texture or the sculpt to help you in trimming correctly the painting, applying the paint in the right location. So I will do all the trimming with Leadbelcher. I will be carefully. I will do what I will not paint is this shoulder pad. I will only do the trim, but I will not paint the inside. I will do also the chainmail. In that case, I will just do the chainmail. You don't need to. I don't care at this moment if I cover some of the holes. I don't want to do dry brush. I want to apply correctly the chainmail. Later on, I will do a wash to pop up the texture. So here I will do the chainmail that is behind. I will do all the trimming here in the knee. I will not paint this part because it's like a demon sculpt. So I will think later on if I do this part. And as you see, the breast or the torso is not painted. I will do this at the end because I'm still thinking once I have the color composition to see how I will do the middle part. More likely we'll do metallic and then some gem and maybe some glowing effects there. But now I will do especially the trimming on the shoulder pads, on the legs, all these things that are very straightforward, leaving some parts that I don't know for later. Okay, so I will do this and I will be back when the trimming is done. Okay, as you can see, as I explained before, just put the brush flat and this will help a lot to do the trimming. Okay, there are some areas that you need some more precision, like this one here, but it's quite, with this sculpt, with a little bit of practice, should be quite easy to do. Okay, you see, you just keep following here. I just put the don't apply too much pressure, just pass with the brush almost flat and you will almost guarantee that you will only paint what you need. This way first I do the red, because the red is more tricky because it's in the deepest parts of the armor plates. So you see, so I will keep working like that, the legs and the other parts. As you can see, the trimming of the armor has been done now. Here at the back you will see it better. I also paint the volter and the trimming here on the arms, and I did just the grid here at the back. And the backpack I will take care later on. Now I prefer to focus on the main body. The next step I will do, I will use Kislev Flesh. I want to give like a flesh looking to the demon here at the shoulder pad, the demon here or the faces here, and on the torso. I will apply this, just leaving the middle part without painting. Here we also have the handle of the sword, but I will, you see, I will do something like that. The same on the other side. Once it's dry, I will put the other part in front to see how it's covered, to have better idea how this will look like once it's assembled. Okay, and then here I will paint the shoulder pad. I will just leave like a blade here, So I will paint all these. All this demonic shoulder pad. Leaving, yeah, you can see I will try not to go into the metallic as I painted before. So I will see, I will paint here. So not much to say here, I will keep painting that. I will finalize the shoulder pad, as you see. I will do the other half, like this one. And I will also paint here this face. This is like an also demonic face here at the knee protection. I will paint this one as well with that color. This is Kislev Flesh, by the way. Okay, I will finalize off camera just to save time. And I will also do these tubes, leaving the corrugated metal visible. Well, without paint, sorry. The corrugated metal is visible, I will not paint, I will try to avoid to paint it. And I will just apply something like that. Okay, so I will keep doing that, and I will keep doing that, and I will be back once I have finalized all these parts. So after applying Kislev Flesh, what I did is I applied Bloodletter, that is a glaze from Games Workshop. Sorry that I had an issue with the camera and I forgot to record this, but it's like applying any wash. I just applied the wash all over the miniature, all over the parts where I applied Kislev Flesh, and now I'm waiting until the glaze is completely dry. I will wait, yeah, and then I will connect once the glaze is completely dry. So now that the glaze is dry, the next step I will do, I will apply another wash, and this time I will use the Carrosburg Crimson to go really red. So you see, so I will focus this one. I will do also a global wash. This will make the transitions even harder, but I wanted to go a little bit darker in some areas, so this is why I prefer to do this second wash. We'll do the same here on the breast part. And on the leg. Okay, be careful because before I have already hit a spot, and now I will cover this spot. We have to be sure that we emphasize a little bit more the ace here, the shoulder pad. I didn't paint this blade before because, as you see, the wash is quite dirtying this part. So this is how it will look like. I will leave it like that until this is dry before doing the next step. So 2 washes here, one with first Bloodletter, glaze, and now with the shade from Carrosburg Crimson. Okay, so this is, and now wait until this is dry. So this is how it looks like once the washes are dry. This is not finished at all, but I want to keep doing other parts. So now I will paint this tabard. Yeah, I will do the tabard first. I will use Screaming Skull to do it, as I did the cloth with this cream white on the rest of my Word Bearer. So I will use this color as the base. Normally it's working pretty good on top of black, so I don't expect issues in covering, but as usual, if it's not covering well the first time, it's better to do 2 layers, and I think I will do 2 layers than just 1 thick layer. So what I'm doing now, as I explained at the beginning, is I'm just applying the basic colors. The point is that some parts that I want to do the wash, because the wash will modify a lot the final color, and I want to see what is the look like, to see how the colors are matching, and to have an idea how it will look like once it's finished. So now I will keep applying this. Screaming Skull, Bleach Bone, or even Usbati Bone can work here. And yeah, I will do 2 layers of that. We'll apply this one here, and that's all. I will not do it any other places. So this is what I will do. I will apply Usbati Bone here, and I will be back once it's applied. Another part that I will paint with Usbati one, the Screaming Skull, is this here that is like a piece of cloth, this part here. We'll also paint this with the same color. And I will paint all these type of things that are like teeth, and you can find them in all the different parts of the armor. So there are a lot of here. I have also here, for example, another one. So I will paint them all. Another thing that I need to explain here is sometimes I find mistakes when I'm painting. For example, when I was painting the silver or the metallic part, I realized that in some parts I didn't apply well the red. So normally I correct this when I saw the mistake, because if not, later on for me sometimes I don't find it anymore, or I wanted to leave it done to avoid to have to go back. So normally when I'm doing these colors, sometimes I do this type of correction. When I'm doing other colors, I'm correcting the color that I applied before to make it more uniform and to be sure that the base layer is done correctly. So these corrections are normally not done in camera, because I don't connect the camera just to show the correction, but just I wanted to mention here. So for example, when I was painting here, I realized that I missed some of the parts. So what I did is I paint them, and I stopped painting the metallic and then I paint them. Here these are tubes, but I think I will use the tubes. I think I will use mixture. I will use some on black, some on this color, and some on flesh tones. For example, this one here I made a little mistake. I will correct later on. So I will keep applying that, and I will connect the video once it's applied all over the miniature. The part that I will paint with Screaming Skull are this part of the horns, and I was thinking how to paint the head, because I was having those, and at the end I will go for red here, and then the mask or the front, the face of the helmet will be painted using metallics. So now I paint this part here. And I will paint also the other horn. Okay, so I will paint that and I will be back in a minute. So the next part I will do, so you see here the horns are painted. Also paint the tabard, this part, and these small teeth that are all around the armor. The next thing I will do, I will paint here the hand that I've missed the first time, and the housing of the bolter using the same Khorne Red. Because I want to finish the bolter, assembly this to the front, and then keep painting with the miniature assembled except the backpack, because in that way I have better it's easier for me to have an idea how it's looking like. So I paint the housing of the bolter in the same Khorne Red. Okay. And I do it right now because I will use the same wash for the metallic and the red, so I can wash them the both colors at the same time. Try to leave this ornament in the metallic color. See, I go carefully. Here now I'm realizing that I didn't build the muzzle, so and then the hand. So I will do that, and I will be back once I finish this part. So the next thing I will do, I will paint the gem that is here in the torso. First I will use Gehena's gold. Here it is. To paint the support of the gem. Sorry. So I will paint this around, and I do this first because in that way it's not a big issue if I dirt a little bit the hem itself. I'm just doing the frame. Okay, here I was hesitating because I want to put a complementary color to the red, and I was hesitating between using blue or green. I think at the end I decided to go for green as a complementary color. In that way the green will be the complement to do the power weapons, to do the energized parts, to do the glowing on days, so I will use green for all these parts. So I need to wait until the gold is dry. So the next thing I will do, I will prepare also the joints of the armors. These things to give some dimness. So what I will do, I will use a Stormvermin Fur. It is quite a dark grey, and I will go to these parts and I will paint them with this color. Don't worry, later on we are going to do a wash to show the texture. So this is the way to make them with texture and not just leave it black. So I will paint these parts. This color is going to be used later on also to highlight the parts that will go on black. At this moment I'm just doing that while I'm waiting that the gold is drying. Okay, here I have another arm here. Okay, I check that I don't leave anyone here, and then this arm does not have this part visible, so it's only these two parts. Okay, now the gold have to be dry. What I will use to do the gem, first I apply black. Now you need some precision not to go again on top of the gold. Okay. Then I will use dark angel green. I will paint all the gem, leaving a black dot on the top. Something like that. You don't need to let it dry completely. I will use Warpstone Glow. We'll keep painting here at the bottom, leaving visible part of the green layer that I played before and the black. If you do any mistake and you think that the green layer that you did before is not visible enough, this is what I didn't close the pot. I will put a little bit of this green here on the top. Okay. And we are going to use also Moot green. And finally we use white. White sky is good. To do a small dot here on the top. Okay, that way we have the gem painted. The gem is painted. And I think here I'm ready to attach the bolter, so I will see how it's looking like. So I will be able to paint the sword. I will do first the handle of the sword. I will make my life easier if I do first the handle of the sword and then I assemble everything together. So to do the handle of the sword, I will try to make it leathery. So something that I will use this color to do this card and this thing here, so I will try to go different to this tonality. So I will use Graveyard to do the handle. So I will apply Graveyard to simulate that this is made of leather. Normally the handles of the sword are not direct metal, were covered with leather if it's a good sword, I think. Okay, so, and I will paint the back and here the guard of the sword with the same Gehena's gold that I use for the gem. That part here of the miniature is difficult to know what is what. There are so many things here, a part of that sometimes it's difficult to know what is representing each thing. Okay, here we have like what should be a portion of the belt, so I will apply Khorne Red in that part. Here. Okay. And then there is like the wiring here at the bottom of the torso. I will just use the same metallic that I use for the other parts. Leadbelcher. So I will apply this one. Seems that here there is like a decoration of the portion of something. I will do that. And then here we have like tubes and things, so I will just apply a little bit of Leadbelcher. Okay, I will make use that I'm doing that to do the corrugate tubes here that is exposed, and the corrugate in that part exposed here. I will do as well the blade here on this type of form. Okay, so I think I arrived to that point. I will do just a wash of Agrax Earthshade on the sword handle. Okay, and we are ready to glue the head. Well, this portion, that is the head plus the arm and the bolter. So we will check how it will look like. You can see now it's the right moment to glue it, and then I can do all these parts much easily, because it's difficult to do these parts when you don't have the head and you don't know what is what. So to glue I will use plastic glue. Yes, I will put some here and on the hole here. I don't think you need, maybe even putting too much. I don't think you need too much glue to hold this in place. So then carefully I slide it in position. I ensure that I minimize the gaps, and this, now it's glued. So I will finalize here the first part. I prefer to break the tutorial in portions to make it easier to edit and also easier for the viewers. Just go to the different parts. This is just applying the basic colors. In the next part I will start doing first the shadowing. I will paint all this part here around the head, and I will do the chaos symbol, so as well as all the other details. So this is finalizing part 1 painting tutorial on Chosen for the Word Bearers, based on the miniatures from the Leadbelcher kit. And let's wait for the second part to keep working on this miniature. So thanks a lot for watching this first part of the video. Please leave your comment below, like if you like it, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you later. Bye.